it live? It says live. Preview not available, so that means we're live. What's up, everybody? It's Corey. I'm your Up North car guy. I've got Mitchell here, and we're in a 2016 Mini Cooper S. This car has got the John Works appearance package on it. It's a pretty sweet little ride, but the interesting thing about this car is it's a 6-speed manual, and I'm not that good at driving a stick. Now, Mitchell said something very disparaging on his live stream a second ago. It said I didn't know how. I do know how, I'm just not very good. Okay. And there's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, most of the time, stick shift cars tend to be sportier, and sportier means smaller, which means I can't get in it.
It's not like we have a really great time fitting in this.
Yeah,
Mini
it's
Cooper.
It's not exactly spacious in here. Now, we saved you the Do I Fit video for this car because, as we saw in the first Do I Fit video we ever shot, I do fit in a Mini Cooper. I'm in it right now.
There's no such thing as a back seat though when he's in it, especially.
Yeah, there's
like,
no.
I have the seat pretty far back because I'm 6'2".
Yeah.
He's 6'5".
I'm right against the back seat of this thing. So, anyway, we've got you guys along here for a little ride along, and we're going to see how well I can drive this manual transmission around the parking lot. Now, it's been a while since I drove a manual. Kevin Hirsch tried to let me drive his manual Corvette, but because I didn't fit in it, I couldn't. My feet, when I got in that car, were actually back beyond where the pedals are, and I could not get my feet up on the pedals.
It's such a shame too, because that would have been such a fun car.
It would have been fun. It was very fun. Kevin, that was a lot of fun driving your Corvette, so I appreciate you taking me for riding that. So yeah, so we're gonna give this a shot. We actually sat in this yesterday monkeying around with it. We're gonna give you a little walk around of the car after we're done. This is a pretty sweet little ride. So a lot of times one of the big things I struggle with in manuals is trying to figure out like where the gears actually are, and with this, you really got to slam it all the way over to get it into reverse, but we're not going backwards, we're going to go
Which is good too, plus it also gives you an indicator actually on your speedometer, which I know a lot of the newer cars do, but that also kind of gives you peace of mind. Yeah, so you're not like, oh shoot, I'm trying to go in third.
Yeah, because the last guy went for a ride in a stick shift. He test drove a Focus ST, and he kept going from second to fifth. You just skip third and fourth altogether.
And sometimes that's another thing too, where they're not always as leading. And so I felt like with this one, when I was just putting around the parking lot, it's pretty smooth, pretty easy going. Like you just literally just move it forward and it kind of guides itself in there. Yeah,
and we're gonna keep, this thing has mid mode, and it has something called sport mode where it says let's motor hard, and it has a little icon picture of a go-kart. I'll show you guys all this
and a rocket
in a little while. Yeah, and a rocket. So it's a rocket go-kart apparently. And it also has green mode. You can drive this thing very economically if you want to.
Who does that?
I don't know. So anyway, we got in first. We're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. The parking brake is off, so I'm gonna see if I can make this thing move without blowing the clutch out of this thing.
We are moving.
Well,
barely.
Rolling.
Roll there.
Hey, there it goes.
He got off.
There it goes. Well, we got moving. Come on, Mitchell. This is.
All right. There you go. Let go.
Yep.
Well, not bad. Not bad.
We're in second, but we're coming around. We're coming around Charter Truck Bend here at the
Charter Truck Bend.
The Fox Grand Traverse lot.
And now we're coming up on
so we have all
used car.
Oh man, someone in a now has a Silverado trying to hit me.
Silverado trying to beam two big dudes in a
trying to hit me
small
in a tiny Mini Cooper.
Getting around the parking lot.
Hey, there's Jerry Costino's Lincoln. I sold that to him. Wonder what that's doing here. I gotta call him. Jerry, if you're watching, hi. I don't know if you have Facebook or not.
What's up? All right,
Jerry's a good dude.
Do you think you could go to third and then downshift back into second?
Well, yeah, I could do that. But we're only going, we're going 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, I know.
This is easy to drive it around here. Now, what I'm experiencing in the seat is some general discomfort in my left leg because I have to have it up above the clutch.
Oh yeah.
If I put my foot over on the, sort of footrest where it should go, then I'm okay. Why is it? It's 1,000 degrees in here, Mitchell.
Because it was cold outside. I turned on your heated seat and the heater for us to be warm.
Mitchell's trying to sweat me to death in this.
Sorry for being a good Samaritan.
Yeah, that's. So yeah, this is not hard. I should have put a plate on it, and I could just go terrorize Traverse City in a manual Mini Cooper.
I'd say you hit the road and hit Mercedes. Oh, what are you gonna do? You gotta stop. Hold on. He's got it in. Oh, is he gonna be able to get? There we go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone crossed the traffic. I put it back in first. We're doing okay. It's a little shaky.
We're doing all right.
A little shaky. That's all right though. So I think this is fairly good proof that I can drive a stick, but it's not that comfortable.
Yeah, and that's a big thing too, because a lot of people, especially in this day and age, are very intimidated by driving a stick.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I can see why. Like, I'm not the greatest, but I mean, I can definitely get around town. I can do this, I can do that. But I mean, especially they don't make that many cars and manuals anymore, so it's hard to find a car that you can have the ability to learn without trying to do some serious damage, like just in case.
For sure.
Like, go find your buddy that has a beater, and then
and just,
let me rip around in it. And
also, Kevin Hirsch in your old Jeep. That's where I first learned to drive a stick, was in Kevin's old 4-cylinder Wrangler.
Oh, that'd have been fun.
That was an easy one to drive. So I have proven to us and me and the rest of the world that I can drive a stick. I made it around the parking lot. We're back where we started. We are going to go away now, but we're going to come back in a little bit with a little walk around of this car, because I think it's really cool.
It is.
There's a lot of cool little features in this car. It's very fun. You can tell that BMW wants these minis to have some character. So, you know, by doing that, they've got some really cool little features. So we'll show you guys that, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
We made it.
See ya. All right, what is up, everybody? It's Corey Peterson, your Up North Car Guy. I'm here with Mitchell. We are still inside this 2016 Mini Cooper S. It is the 4-door. This is a pretty cool little car. I told you guys we do a little sort of info walk around of the inside and exterior of this car. So it's cold outside, so we're gonna start inside and then we'll go outside for a quick little walk around. So basically in this car, it's super Spartan in here. Everything you need is right in front of you. You have a big speedometer, little tack next to it, fuel gauge, and then a big round infotainment center off to the right. And then down below you have all your climate control stuff. There's a really cool little start stop button. Let's look at some of this stuff here. Let's move this around. And so, I mean, you can see in here, this is Mini's sort of dumbed down version of BMW iDrive. It's worked by a little knob down here. Works the same as the iDrive like we did in the 650. So if I start manipulating this, I can turn this around, I can move it up and down and back and forth and get to all kinds of different screens and things. Now this takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's not that bad. So if I scroll this, I can go to the radio. I've got FM, AM presets. I can change all my tone settings and all that kind of stuff. If I go to FM, then I can change through my radio presets. See, it takes some getting used to. You got to push the button instead of moving the knob side to side. So that's kind of how that works. If I go back all the way, I can go check out my multimedia stuff. I've got my telephone settings. I've got my Mini connected thing, which is like kind of a browser little deal, and then I've got all my vehicle info. Up from our little iDrive little setup down here is something where you can change the driving characteristics of the car. I can slide this little spot left to go to sport, or to the right to go to green, and then obviously in the middle is like our sort of normal middle of the road driving characteristics. And if I slide this little guy left, here, let's look up here, you can see things turn red around here. It says let's motor hard, because Mini's motto obviously is let's motor. So if I slide it to the right to go back to middle, it kind of turns yellow, and if I do it to the right one more time to get in green mode, we get a green ring around the infotainment thing. So we'll keep that in the middle mode. I
think that's really cool that
that's really cool, right? Yeah. I really like that,
because I know that they also do it, I think, with like your volume. Yeah, like when you turn on the radio.
So if you like crank the tunes up in here,
yeah, so
you can see our,
on that side,
starting to turn up. Although we have it on a terrible radio station, some sort of public access news of some sort, election things. So climate control stuff is all down here. You have dual zones. Your airflow setups are in here. You just keep pressing through this button, it rotates through that kind of stuff. Fan speed is all in here. And then you got heated seats in this car, obviously, and this little start stop button is really cool. So this is
so cool.
Yeah, this is awesome. Little start stop. It's a little round key fob, which is kind of interesting. I just threw it on the floor. Let's try that again. Little round key fob, kind of sweet. Just keep it in your pocket or throw it in the cup holder, and press your little start stop button and you're off. And then obviously it's a 6-speed manual. You're back on. This thing makes the coolest noises too. It's like an old video game. If this was a video game character's car, it would be like probably Sonic the Hedgehog's car, I think.
Well, and that's one of the cool things. Like, it just has its own individual quirks, and like just like you said in the other video, or BMW really wanted it to have its own characteristics. Like, you kind of get some of that too up here.
Yeah, you get some of these like kind of old schooly looking little knobs and switches and stuff up here. This one obviously opens our sunroof and all that kind of stuff. It's really, really cool. This BMW is made by, or I'm sorry, Mini's made by BMW, and you can tell that the Germans wanted to have a little character in this, because, you know, as nice as BMWs are, they're not that sort of fun and peppy and all that kind of stuff that a Mini's supposed to be.
Yeah, you definitely get a little bit more like class and elegance, I guess, is what you would get more of a BMW, sure. Unless you go more sport model. Right. But this is way more fun, more quirky. You
get LED lights, you get ambient lighting over here, like in the doors and stuff.
Doors.
Yeah. Super cool little car. So, let's take a look outside. So we'll save you the do I fit, any of that kind of stuff. It's really hard to get out of. When you open the door, there's just not that much room like in this area, but you can kind of see the cockpit's really cool. Steering wheel feels good in your hand, and then there's just not, it's super Spartan there. There's not a lot to go with except for the big multimedia screen in the dashboard. I like the door panel inserts. I think this is really cool. That like sort of the you know, chrome polished switches and some of that kind of stuff.
Oh, it actually feels like it's like quality made.
Yeah. So like I said, this is a John Cooper Works appearance package. It's got the black Mini wheels. It's got the British Racing green paint. It's got a sweet racing stripe. I love these big headlights up in the front. Those are cool.
And they are cool, like LEDs too, because you'll get the whole
you
ring.
Get the LED eyebrow around it, which is really sweet. Black and red racing stripes, true to British racing heritage. It is an S, so it is kind of quick. It's a little turbo four-banger. It's a pretty cool little car. I'm kind of a fan.
Yeah, it's fun to drive.
Yeah,
it really
looks
is
fun. I mean, it's front-wheel drive, so it gets around okay. It's a 16. It's only got 7,000 miles on it, which is wild. And then if we open the back, maybe
the key's in there.
Probably should unlock it. There, we'll unlock it, maybe. So we're just gonna skip to the part where we thought we looked in the trunk. We can't figure out how to open it because I'm not sure how this key works, to be perfectly honest. It's too round, I don't get it. Anyway, I like this car. I think it's pretty cool. It's super fun to drive. I can drive a stick. I showed you in the last video. It's live on Facebook, go find it. Mitchell didn't think I could do it.
I didn't, I'm not gonna lie.
You didn't think I could.
I had no faith.
So, anyway, it's on a lot for sale. Super nice little car. I think somebody's gonna be really happy with it. And I think it's really fun. So, yeah, come check it out. Thanks for watching again, as always. Find us on social media at UpNorthCarGuy, at Photo Hype Media. We're out here. We make content for you guys. See you later.